There is a massive fire that's underway here in San Fernando.
Building is so badly damaged, it's been completely buckled out.
The water main is basically sending rivers of water right down onto the freeway.
The Santa Monica Freeway at La Cienega smashed to the ground.
This is what happened when a freight train carrying hazardous materials derailed this morning.
4:30 a.m., January 17, 1994 in San Fernando Valley, Los Angeles. The largest earthquake ever recorded in a densely populated area in North America struck. 6.7 on the Richter scale. So powerful, strong ground motion could be felt in Las Vegas over 220 miles away. 57 dead and 8,700 injured, with the worst news yet to come. 11 hospitals were out of commission and could not accept victims. Even worse, now these facilities needed to be evacuated. With California's strict seismic building codes, how could this happen? How could almost all Level 1 trauma facilities be rendered useless at such a critical time? Shut down not because the buildings failed, but because the mechanical systems that kept them alive failed, as systems that provided air circulation and temperature control were rendered useless by the quake.
Air supply in a hospital, it's a critical component of the whole hospital's functionality.
The first 72 hours following a major disaster are so critical for the recovery. If you can't operate your surgery units because something failed, you're not doing your job as a hospital owner.
The government agency has a much stricter certification process now.
It all comes about from the Northridge earthquake. They decided that a building just doesn't have to stay up, it has to have functionality.
In 1994, shortly after the devastation created by the Northridge earthquake, a new bill was signed into law. Overseen by California's Office of Statewide Health Planning and Development, better known as OSHPD, this law introduced stricter regulations to ensure hospital equipment remained functional during and after damaging quakes. No longer were mathematical models enough. The agency now required HVAC units to run the gauntlet of forces delivered by earthquakes. On June 11, 2019, at the Pier Testing Labs in Berkeley, California, Nortec Air Solutions is placing the largest coil ever to the test. The coil alone measures 195 inches wide and 114 inches high. When filled with water and with dampers and enclosures attached, this unit weighs in at over 16,500 pounds and is now mounted on the largest earthquake testing system of its kind in North America. Sensors have been placed on the shake table and throughout the unit to ensure that it will be subjected to enough force to validate compliance. Present to witness the test are officials from OSHPD, True Compliance, and Nortec.
None of our competitors have ever shaken anything this large.
It's very tough to engineer for an earthquake, and Nortec has put in a lot of hours.
We've spent millions, so as far as expensive, it's expensive, but yet it means a lot.
It is somewhat similar to the strongest motion measured at the epicenter of the Northridge earthquake. Over 3 times the force of gravity, side to side, pushing you back and forth for 30 seconds. That's a very extreme amount.
Now let's watch the test.
Today, the unit did very well in the test.
This test today showed that they've learned from previous testing, and we have a really strong product that can pass the seismic testing.
What we've done is ensure that what we have today will meet market requirements out there, whereas we know from the perspective of our competitors that some of them don't have the right products.
Really no other manufacturer has tested coils that big to date.
Our competitors have not done the level of shake table testing that we've done, allowing us to shake coils that weigh nearly 5,000 pounds and pass with virtually no damage to the unit.
When they buy a product from us that's been certified, they can have the confidence that we have gone through all of the testing.
Nortec has gone above and beyond what the competition has done in terms of OSHPOD. They've tested larger units for larger facilities. They've tested various options, and they're making sure we have a well-rounded product that's going to serve the needs of the hospital.
When a natural disaster like an earthquake occurs, they'll still have a functioning piece of equipment that can still provide cooling and comfort while they're going about trying to save people's life.
We have over 350 years of manufacturing experience between our different companies. That is what has brought us to the point that we really are the premier manufacturer in the industry today.
Earthquakes don't only matter in California. Nortec Air Solutions is fighting for innovation everywhere in a world with constantly evolving needs, leaning on past experience and bright new stars in the industry to provide solutions that move the needle towards a higher value for their customers. Nortec Air Solutions, creating a better tomorrow every day.